So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, Team 1 versus Yeah Gaming, our first map in this best of 3 series. Winner is in Pro League. It's that simple. That's all. This is what I love so much about finally getting to watch any relegations, is that there was so much on the line.
Yeah.
And just a few rounds separated teams from a completely new life to a life shattered. It's a lot of emotion to take in, that's for sure. Let's see here. Jackal, Finka banned on the attacking side. Finka is definitely a... Do I use caster term 101?
I mean, you could.
Interesting.
I'm going to go with LATAM specific.
Haha, that's a very good point.
Is, I guess, a more colorful way of painting the same picture. Weird ban. Doesn't really get banned out all that often.
No.
But does get utilized quite heavily in Latin America in comparison to the other regions. So,
I mean, what, other regions, if you look at it, ENCE is kind of the only team that really went heavy on Finka for a few games during the season.
Yeah.
Well, no longer ENCE, that's Mousesports. So
that is true.
So here we are. Capital, with the changes, definitely has had an even higher surge in pick rate. So definitely excited to see where this ends up going. Twitch as well is an operator that doesn't see much play in other regions, especially in this case since Mira is banned. So you're kind of looking at it as, what's the big reason behind it with the fact that she's not here? Well, you got Maestro, right? You need to deal with them somehow.
Yep, starting out on the kitchen and service, that's also a bit of an odd one. Typically we start over by Hookah or start over by the Sunrise and Blue Bar, but nonetheless it'll be Yeah Gaming starting their defensive stand on the first map, which again, like we said, for the first map for both of these teams in their best of threes, they lost both of them. It was Border for Yeah Gaming, it was Oregon for Team 1, neither being the case here in map number 1 in this best of 3 series. And as you said, winner is auto-promoted into Pro League, and the loser will have to play against Red Devils, a team that was not able to piece together one singular win in the back 7 games of Latin American Pro League. The setup right now for Yeah Gaming, extremely horizontal. Not a lot of vertical investment other than Gi upstairs right now. Making some bullet holes into the back of the theater wall with a rotation towards the stairs, and it'll be an entry in from Rise into the office.
Yeah, with Nomad, it's kind of a mixed bag. A lot of players like to run the AK. Some others want to go for the ARX. It's just that extra damage on the ARX really... most people really underestimate how important it is, just because the amount of sheer damage that it can do. But I like the way that a lot of the setup from Yeah Gaming is very flexible. There's a lot of holes everywhere to at least get some information on the attacker positions and what they're planning to do. And audio propagation is also a very important thing, because we rarely get to touch on it because we don't get to see the POV and hear the POV of the players. And just having these holes opened up, they allow for Zhao and Ki to kind of move around and play through the map. You see Team 1 are really focusing on the bar side of the map, not so much on the top floor. They continue to drone, they continue to try and find some sort of openings against Yeah Gaming, but right now this is just giving Yeah more and more time to play around with and more time to kind of maneuver around the map. You see the goo mines are just set everywhere here for the Legion. So he just has so much map control, map vision, that he has just pure utility watching his back.
Got a problem here for Team 1 as they begin to stall out. There's not a lot of progression here. Very, very heavy set towards the west side of the map, and Rise has made his way all the way down the office hallway and the Twitch drone of... How'd you pronounce that before? Scheduler? Something along those lines. Anyway, the Twitch will make his way in through, or at least with the drone anyway, into VIP. Reduct as well, peering down the hallway. We'll take a first engagement, finally, as we start ticking down into the final minute. Asphyxiating bolts and smoke bolts will come out as it seems to be a full send here from Team 1 into the kitchen door. Rise will pick the first kill of the evening onto Fragile. He will drop, and sprays come wildly out from in behind the kegs. Destiny will be down but revived and then finished off once again by that ARX. Plant going down from Falls, and he'll be successful. Still got PDR inside of that Keg's rotation. He drops one of Falls. He's got 4 more to find, though. He needs help from Guy, who needs to rotate in towards the bathroom hallway and take down anyone remaining on the flank. There goes Ray Duckton, now spraying in. PDR with 3 on the round. A vault coming out, and the F2 will shoot right through Guy, though. Skadola will drop him down, and now on 5 HP, it's Rise. To end it, PDR will fall. That's Team 1. Stalled that attack into the dire, desperate moments, but they're able to collect the first round on the attacking side.
Yeah, using the smokes excellently there to execute and plant as soon as possible. The Maestro really tried to hold on for as long as possible, and I really have to credit this defense. Yeah, just being able to stay in power positions for so long, but they couldn't really use them to their advantage effectively. It was a lot closer than what you think in that situation, and the timing execution from Team 1 was definitely well done. And I really hope that this means this series is going to continue to go back and forth throughout the whole of it. An interesting change from Maestro to the Echo. Obviously, you're playing Hookah in this case, so the Maestro always strong in pretty much whichever site you put him on in the entire game, including pretty much anything here on Coastline. But having the Echo, just by seeing the playstyle of the attacking side of Team 1, you see that they're relying very heavily on the execution. So they use the smokes, they lock down rotation locations from the defenders and try to plant within it, which is very standard. It works very well. The Echo is here to give you that information through the smoke and to do something about it, because Maestro cameras are great, but they're not as good as they were, for a very good reason. And thank God they're not, as an avid Maestro player myself. So, all that said, Echo, great operator to switch to. No real need for Team 1 to change things up. You see, they're only bringing the Hibana here as more of a flexibility. But Hibana as a flex hard breach on Coastline is a pretty good thing to have. Not too shabby as a whole operator lineup.
Yeah, there's points across the map of Coastline that you can utilize a little bit of hard breaching, but the grand majority of the map, it's not going to be the most influential utility, at least on the outcome of a round, especially for a site execute. Unless you're attacking in towards Penthouse and Theater, an objective we rarely see defended anymore, with the availability of the other 3 being much stronger, and the prospect of being able to come in with a defensive stand on it also much more promising. Here Eyes on a quick entry in here, but it's Guy to shut down Ray Duct, as there goes the Capitao that was so instrumental in getting that plant down last round for Team 1. He'll be the first casualty outside of this Theater Stairs window. Rise is going to hit the rappel, but stay at the bottom of this wall. He does not want to rappel up into the crosshairs of Guy, holding a very tight angle in the window, as is Rise. Standoff with no real, I guess, culmination, but Lukid will take down Guy on a bit of a flank. So good distraction measure there from Rise to be able to work in tandem with the teammates. They'll rappel in. This Team 1, at least bring one back.
Yeah, the drones from Lukid were very important in that case, and the Legion couldn't really do much in that situation. The fact that he got 50% damage done onto Nomad is not too shabby, but then you're being pushed by both the Nomad and the Zofia, and at some point you're just going to die. So it's a very good operator to take off the board, but the Nomad's at 50%. The Capitao is now dead, so a lot of utility lost for that kill. I have to say, it's a worthy sacrifice in this situation. Scorpion really close up here, even with the Scorpion Charm, with PDRN setting up his Yokai drone inside of the lounge, just making sure that he keeps tabs this whole time on his opponents, and the Hibana, obviously that extra flexibility gives you the angle through the hallway that you need to shut down your opponents. And the wall actually left soft from, I think it's just a hole from the top. Can't really see exactly what it showed in here, but there's a lot of very smart utility usage from the attacking side here to try and open up as much as possible and force into defensive positions that are a bit too exposed.
Good thing here for Team 1 is they do have the Nomad to try and afford a little bit of warning for a possible flank, but you have Scorpion and Destiny that were both playing downstairs. There goes another member of Gaming, though, as Fragile will drop. There goes your Alibi. Not the most crucial operator in the midst of the end of the round, but Skydola as well will take down PDR, so now it's down to Destiny and Scorpion, the 2 members for Gaming off-site. Plant attempting to go down there for Falls for a second, but he's on 1 HP, cut down from the rooftops, and Falls will now begin to set down the diffuser. Coming up the Cool Vibe stairs, Destiny alone will have no support, you'll have no victory. That'll be Rise cleaning up the round yet again, being the finishing blow and the starting point for Team 1. They'll take a quick 2-0 lead.
So far, the second attack was much more efficient, I have to say, even with the fact that the Legion was able to do so much damage. The Echo gave information, but it wasn't really utilized correctly, now was it? You just have your opponents kind of slipping through your fingers in all the holes that they open up themselves through the defense, and in that case, well, you're kind of giving up your valuable assets. And really hope that does not continue more and more throughout the match. Again, with 2 rounds, the first one being much closer, but it relied heavily on the Maestro, and in this case, we see the switch back to the Maestro. It makes a lot of sense here. And which site we're going to go through it? Didn't quite catch that. It seems like we're going to go back to the bars. Yeah, okay. So we're going down to the bars. Both Echo and Maestro are great operators in this situation. I like the Castle pick in this case, though, from Yeah Gaming. Because Team 1 are still running the same operators. They don't really have much in the way of soft destruction. They're relying a lot on the Zofia in this case, correct? And they have the Habana. While she's there, she's going to give them extra angles, but, well, there's the Castle Barricade. You can still use her X-Kairos on it, and it's okay. You can't sacrifice too much. However, the Castle here is going to make sure you're slowed down, and there's not much that you can do against your opponents that are kind of forcing you down very specific hallways to take you out through it. But will you actually utilize the sort of information and power that they have? That's the real question, because they really haven't so far.
Yeah, and we talk about Latin America, you know, having its own little, I guess, niche meta inside of the region. We talk about, you know, the big 3 defenders that typically get banned out, which would be Mira, Maestro, and Echo, and how Echo seems to be the least favorite child of those 3 in Latin America, and yet both Maestro and Echo made it through the ban phase. And we're seeing a ban of Clash favoring over an Echo or a Maestro. Just an interesting point on the defenders, considering that neither of these teams, at least anything that was reported and recorded on Liquipedia, I did not see a Clash ban coming out from either of these teams throughout the entirety of the Challenger League season. Looks like drone work being dispatched up here for Guy, and possibly any air jabs that were misplaced by Rhyme. Again, stall out for those flanks, but last time around, it wasn't the flank that was the issue for Yeah Gaming, it was the site control, losing all 3 members that were originally on the objective in favor of both members that were on the flank being last alive. Destiny will fall, and PDR now is down to about 10 HP inside of Kitchen as well, and that's Sunrise Door actually looking into Kitchen. This is an issue here. If you're Yeah Gaming, again, your site members seem to be having difficulty staying alive for the majority of the round.
There's still an armor panel. I was just gonna say, like, did the Castle just use all his barricades? Is because usually you barricade Kitchen, right? Make sure that this side lane is closed, unless you want to go aggressive against it, which is completely fine, obviously. But in this case, kind of begs the question: is it really worth it to do it? Especially with the kind of operators that have been picked so far. Oh, this is a bit too much. Biting off a bit more than he can chew. For Zhao will get the kill on Falls. That's one thing, but Luka with a quick refrag, and the Habana X-Kairos will manage to open up the hole for the attacker. Scorpion taken out. Headshot from the ARX. Bit of damage done with the goo mine, but look at that. In the red, the last 2 defenders, and they're close. Holding on the same angle for the hallway here in the Kitchen. The attacker's just locking in from the opposite side. There's a twitch. There's an F2 ready to headshot you instantly. That's one. 1 bullet for the second. They know he's in the back, and you're going to see the side of him. No, PDRN will get 1. Spraying the back, he finds the headshot of Luka. 2v1. Rise watches his spots him, but PDRN is still alive somehow. The diffuser's already been set, but Rayduct is going to turn around. And with a 2-4-9, the Capital will save the day. That was way too close for comfort there. The battle of the LMGs, Robert. I wish you could see his face.
Okay.
Okay there, bud.
Okay. You know what I want to say, I just can't say it. Wow. It seems
that
like,
was so close.
So I guess we kind of just got to decide this on the spot. Do we want to call him PDR or Pedrin?
PDR.
PDR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pedrin is gonna...
Pedrin. Hey, I can kind of roll my R's, all right? I'm trying to fit in.
It's like a Russian name.
Pedrin.
Pedrin.
Ah, true, yeah.
Pedrin.
Pedrin.
Yeah.
True.
Привет, товарищ Pedrin.
Regardless of what we end up calling him, and I guess it'll be PDR.
Yes.
Guy's kind of the sole bright spot right now for Yeah Gaming, which is, again, a mean thing to say through 3 rounds, but also put him in a clutch situation with Ronaldo, and he's got a chance. The rest of the team, however, not so much. Just a lot of missed engagements, and I mean, yeah, you got 6 kills, all of which happened to be in 1vx's or 2vx's.
Yeah.
For the rest of Gaming, I mean, it's site control. Same thing in back-to-back rounds. Site members losing massive amounts of HP or just their lives in general, and then the roamers are the last that have to try and retake. And you saw a little bit of both there. PDR's supporting cast being removed from play earlier on the objective, and then Guy was the last, the lone man to try and help PDR, and he was offside and had to retreat down the Cool Vibes stairs, and they ended up stacking on one another.
One thing I want to highlight is that there's a lot of soft walls being opened up here by the defense. This is a very flexible way of playing, and it is of course very, very valid. It really depends on how you want to play it. However, in this case, because you're not really able to hit your shots correctly against Team 1 that are mostly running these ACOGs that you're not really able to deal with, then there's some point where you might decide on, you know, maybe we don't want to open up that many positions anymore, because even in this sort of defense, you look at the top floor. We can't because we don't have our own observer. The complete wall by the minibar by the pool table is not reinforced. There's a part of it that is still left open. And sure, you can say, yeah, well, the Habana's going to open it anyways, but at the same time, the Habana wants to open up the angle here in the hallway by the lounge. So you kind of want to force Team 1 to use as much utility as possible and waste as much time before their offense. So I think there are better ways of doing it, but I can see what is being planned by It's just unfortunate that they're not really able to execute the plan correctly. The order itself is not being done.
Well, so a little bit of a run out earlier on from Scorpion on the Rook, going for a run out outside of the hookah balcony. He was able to land a couple shots onto Luka to drop him to 75. But outside of that, not a lot has happened once again. Team 1 like to take their time. Almost 2 minutes in every round so far. Destiny slowly encroaching onto an air jab, and he'll spot that out and remove it from play. Fajao will also support him at the base of the theater stairs. So you got a double stack now to come in for the flank, but Flashbang is seemingly well aware of the positioning of the Gaming flankers. You also have the Evil Eye still causing a lot of havoc inside of sight and stalling out Team 1. The attempted flank now as they all come charging up, but it's Reduct to take down Destiny. Turning the corner, Fajao will also fall. Reduct on a rampage now at the M249. Scorpion trying to lock down the site, so it's a difference of turn of events here for Gaming. The roamers will fall, but the anchors still well at large. Scorpion will take down one before eventually falling to Lukid, and you got PDR now and Guy once again in a 2v4. Same scenario as last round, but the plant is not going down from Team 1. They don't have site control. They have to worry about the billiards being surrendered. Turning the corner now is Guy to take this engagement and land a beautiful headshot onto Skydola. So there goes your Twitch. Now pushing up the Cool Vibe stairs, though. Where the rotation is Guy, and he'll turn towards the stairs as well, dropping Rhyme. Falls, taking damage as well. It's down to a 2v2. There goes PDR. 2v1, dying seconds on the clock. The other side of the soft wall looking through the punch holes, right up against the walls, the plank going down into the overtime, and all he has to do is vault and hit the shot on the left hand, but Lukin on the hold. Guy will fall. Valiant attempt there for Gaming, but it's 4 in a row for Team 1.
Oh my god, and I put my hand on that monitor saying he still has an impact grenade. That would really put off the Zofia. But again, in that sort of situation where there's so much on the line, hindsight is always 20/20. And you can't really fault the player much for not doing that. But it's just something to keep in mind. You have the utility, see what you can do with it. And in that case, it was so close. The Maestro held on for as long as possible. The time was so close to going away. And then the vault. Unfortunate. That's it. Are fighting back, but unfortunately fighting back doesn't just win you. You need to actually put rounds on the board, and really cool to see the Doc running the bulletproof camera, which it's been a while since I've rambled on about bulletproof cameras, but they're great bits of utility, and I really wonder where he's going to be putting those. So hopefully we get to see where this goes, because again, we're not in control of the observing here to see where things go and to not. Still, the same attacking lineup for Team 1. And I have to ask you at this point, what's the real reason behind it, Robert?
I mean, you got a Swiss Army knife here with these operators. There's no one that excels in one area and has a deficiency in the other for this lineup. The only thing I can think of, honestly, is the Hibana from Falls. That's kind of your one drawback point, and that's only because it's coastline, so you have that availability of, hey, if we don't want to run a hard breacher, we don't actually have to. Outside of that, I mean, you got your flank hold, you've got your information on the Twitch with being able to take down utility as well. Your Capitao is basically going uncountered. Your Zophias are never coming into contact with the ADSs. Like, you're in a good spot here. You have a lot of utility balanced across the board. You also have a lot of 2-2s. So the ability to take damage in engagements, and also, honestly, very, very well-placed weapons for fragging. We talk about Latin America with their fragging ability at every single level. No matter where you go, their aim is on point. And all the weapons that are being carried by T1 right now, pretty beneficial in gunfights.
And speaking of beneficial, that air jab. Oh, man. He really wants to dive. But that dive through security might prove a bit too difficult for him to pull off. And he is going to fall back and now play in the back of the theater. Upstairs, having his teammates on the site. Team 1 in the meantime working through reinforcements. A similar setup that we saw before here played by but the holes are going to be opened up. And what's the Nomad doing? Rise, just not expecting anybody to be behind this. For some reason, no drones are locking him down. And finally, a drone comes in, but a bit too late. You lost the player for free. And there you go, more drones being lost, unfortunately, here for Team 1. No top map control as well, which won't give Team 1 that vertical accessibility for them to push players off of their regular positions. And now they'll have to fight a long angle against the dock. More spray in as Destiny takes a lot of damage here from Luka. He's going to be able to heal himself up, though. That's definitely not a problem. Luka taking more damage in the same angle now. Opened up by the attackers. Is going to get used by the defense. Scadiola is able to find one as well as Falls, and on the cross, none will be found. Scadiola flicks on in and finds Destiny. PDRN taken away as well. It's Falls with the kill, and Scorpion kind of trying to find his way back. Scadiola that'll yell all the way from the other side of the hallway, get over here! And that's the round. 5-0 up for Team 1. Even with the advantages that are sometimes able to grab. No victory to be found.
Again, it's off the backs of one individual. It's PDR right now on just a show-stopping spree. And outside of that, for Gaming, not a lot shown up, unfortunately. And really, it doesn't really come down to positioning. As much as I never really want to fault the team purely on gunfights, there's a lot of scenarios so far that have come out for Gaming where it's, if you just hit your shot, like it came down to a 1v1, win your ones, man. It's gotten to the point now where we've witnessed a lot of whiff shots. Destiny there, looking down the hallway, coming in a blue bar. We saw it from Scorpion earlier on the castle when he was upstairs just outside of VIP hallway behind the planter. There's been a myriad of examples of members on Gaming not hitting their shots, and I'm not sure if that's just nerves right now, knowing what's at stake in this game, because there's no way they get to this point looking like that.
Yeah.
There's no way they would get to this point looking how they've looked in this entirety of the game, with one member showing out and everyone just kind of along for the ride. They're clearly capable of more. Maybe Coastline just tonight isn't their map. I think they have a decent history on Coastline as well, at least from what I was able to review for the course of the regular season. Not sure if they have other tournaments that they've participated in that aren't recorded that have Coastline results, stuff like that. But for Gaming, I mean, this is supposed to be a comfortable map. You got to worry as well, though. Team 1 then heading to Villa in map number 2 with Bank as the decider. Coastline was your opportunity for your Gaming to really take a strike at Team 1. Take that first map, set the tone. Right now, going down 5-0 on the verge of getting wiped off the map. You're putting yourself in an extreme disadvantage later on just because of how the maps have trended for the rest of the season for you.
So one thing, BR6 also has the City Bay, which isn't broadcasted, but Team 1 is number 2 on there with Keat Stars right above them. Guidance are as well, but we don't have in the tournament, at least not just yet. So there's that to look into. They're able to take down Santos Dexterity 7-1. 2-0, actually. Only a bit ago. So well, actually, no, that's March. That's a while ago. So yeah, there's not much to look at when it comes to history as well. With that said, look at taking a lot of damage early on the Zofia. A lot of sprays here through the walls. Rise will find 1 kill, and the peak right in the line of fire. Destiny sealing his own, I have to say. The headshot from Reduct will dispatch him pretty quickly, and Peter N. hand freeze. This time at least it's not Guy. They're last alive. Bit of damage done by the Twitch drone. This will give info on the Maestro's location. But now you really don't want to peek against him. You want your teammates as well to give information. And you heard the shot going into the Twitch. This will force the Twitch back, at least for just a bit, as the flanks come in the attacking side.
You got a pinch now coming in through luggage as PDR will be cut off by Reduct again. That M249 so powerful this evening, and that new scope is going to continue to be. Fragile will try and cut off any pushes from VIP. But it's a clean sweep for Team 1 as Lukid will end the round after being previously downed and then standing back up with the withstand property of Zofia. It's a clean sweep on the attacking side for Team 1. 6-0 lead on Coastline, map number 1 in this best of 3 against Yeah Gaming. It's backs against the wall time here for Yeah Gaming, and for T1, 1 round, you locked it out. You're ready to go to map 2.
This is very well done by Team 1, I have to say.
Yeah.
If this is how they're going to continue through. Now, obviously, they're kind of having a bit of an easier time against Yeah. I'm not too sure why. But this is looking pretty well for the organization to come back into Pro League, because Team 1 was in Pro League before. Different lineup, that's for sure. But they get to come back into LATAM PL. All it takes is total victory. If they win this map and the one after it, that's it. Your career has been made. You have 6 months now of comfort knowing that your contract is going to keep going for the next six months on the organization. You're going to get paid, and you're going to have a bit extra prize pool from playing in Pro League and having more visibility in front of all the fans and all the players that are looking out for new blood in the scene. And Latin America, from speaking to the Latin American casters, all of them, they're all telling me there's so much raw talent that is still hidden in Challenger League, that is still hidden in players that are just very soon hitting 18, that there's a lot to look out for. And we've seen the effect of players like that what they've had on regions like North America, regions like EU over the past year. It is very scary what the fresh blood can do, and we've seen a lot of the old guard from back in year 1 disappear, because sometimes you just can't measure up to what the new guys have to offer, even though you might be one of the OGs.
Not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Well, Scorpion's going to start things off on a better note than the first half did. Rise will fall, and there goes your Maestro, an operator that's been so instrumental in at least keeping the defensive set alive for Yeah Gaming when they were on their half. Now they transition to the attack, and Scorpion will start things off on the IQ. An operator we didn't see a whole lot of, and actually at all, in the first half, because as you noted, Team 1 had 5 operators they wanted to play, and they didn't deviate from the path at all through 6 rounds. We now have a situation where Yeah Gaming have changed things up a little bit. Fragile is taking the buck, and we have Scorpion on the IQ. Still rocking a lot of Nomad here. Will be both teams on the attacking side of Coastline, just trying to limit already how many few rotations there are on Coastline. You don't have a lot of options as far as horizontal rotations. Typically just 2 hallways, or take your chances with jumping into the courtyard. Yeah,
you have a couple hatches as well. The security hatch that gets used every now and then, but really, if you're going in blind, it really takes massive cojones to pull that off and even attempt it. Now you see Ree's already down and very close to finishing off the Legion now, who's just screaming on the side. There you go. I was like waiting for someone to hook him on something. Guy will find the kill. Reduct has been taken away. Falls and look at the last 2 alive. And this is just absolute destruction from Ya's side. It's just a shame that it's coming so late. Look at trying to rotate into the bathroom here to fight. The Buck is on his own. He's been spotted. He'll try to fire in, and so much damage done to the Jaeger. But Look at will come on top. very cleanly taken away as well. FMG9 in the pocket here. Falls to use, and they're going to zap. Oh, no. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Unfortunate.
And quick kill. Key. ARX 200. Couple shots is all it takes. Honestly, that 308 is absolutely massive. It does so much damage, this gun. If you have any sort of accuracy. It's so good.
Accuracy is going to be needed here. That's 1 round in the bank, in the back pocket of EI Gaming. You need 5 more just to push into overtime. Just a refresher on the rules for everyone, just in case you haven't seen everything, I guess.
I mean, yeah, well, everything that's not regular Pro League, I guess, right?
Yeah. So
remember, these are still best of 3s.
Yeah, they're best of 3s. There is overtime, but it's not infinite overtime or anything like that that we experience with the 6 Invitational. It is just 3-round overtime. They change sides every round.
I don't know if we have 48 hours to spare.
No.
Good.
No, we definitely don't.
Well, with that said, Mute actually going to be played this time around. Replacement for the Smoke. Pretty good to see that. We talked about it so much in the past few months that, hey, he's now very viable, even more than before, and he can replace the Smoke, and indeed he is. I just wonder what Team 1 really have to do to deal with Ya in this situation, because, was that round just Team 1 trying to end it right then and there, getting more aggressive and getting ballsier with their shots, or was it really just Ya Gaming completely outplaying them the whole time? Because looking back at the way the attacking side went, Team 1 really were in control for pretty much the entirety of that half.
Yeah, there weren't too many moments there in the first half where it looked like Team 1 were getting out of control or really losing any possibility of winning each round. There were scary moments where PDR tried to put the team on his back as that Maestro, but outside of that, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot going on there for Ya Gaming as far as looking promising. Reductor's going to try and start things off onto Scorpion, trying to pay a little service back after the last round. The IQ will be searching and hunting for those Valkyrie cameras. Nonetheless, you've also got this set up at 90, which is the L joint of the hallway here on the 2nd floor. We're underneath the default camera. Destiny being dropped to about 5 HP. Oh, what a turn there. It's actually Lukid that will collect the kill, but beautiful turn nonetheless there from the Valkyrie. And that'll be Reduct on about 40 HP now, holding down the top floor. You had a lot of kill holes placed from down below from the Falls as well in the Mute, waiting for anyone to push in. And Nitrocell will be prepped, but it's Reduct to collect the kill on Fajao. So Ya Gaming losing 2 back-to-back, and they're on the verge of being eliminated here from map number 1.
Yeah, you're attacking the bottom floor, so what do? You try to take control of the top floor. Unfortunately, Ya Gaming kind of struggling in, but as I say that, Bitter and Scorpion will find a kill each. Geet with 1 more and turn it into a 2 versus 3 as PDR is down to half HP. Falls unsure where the attackers will come from, still has utility in the back pocket to use. But with everything being open and so much time actually left on the clock, Scorpion can just come in. You might not have the buck to use in a situation like this, but Scorpion on the IQ is running his breaching charges. So he can open up quite a bit of the floorboards here, especially with the most recent changes to those breaching charges that just give you more space to work with, especially when set on these floor surfaces. Fall setting himself up in a position where that shotgun will do a ton of damage, but he has to worry about the holes that he opened himself on the top floor, and you already hear the floorboard being open up. If Rise can find the kill here, this can be huge, and an easy one with the Fuser down. Gumine has also been set right in the hallway. Huge for Team 1.
That'll be Rise looking to lock it down, but he can't really afford to have Falls come over and help him, so he's going to have to do it on his own. Diffuser recovered immediately by Scorpion as he's narrowly able to evade those goo mines that were set in preparation, so Rise will be unaware that the Diffuser has been collected, but the drone will give away the location and pushing down the shot as well. Ring out, collecting the default camera, and there goes 1 goo mine. You got about 2 more if you want to make it into the objective here for Scorpion, and there's not enough time for it, but a bad peek there from Falls will cost him his life. Rise will cut down Guy, though, as he tries to vault into the courtyard. It's down to the 1v1. Keep them alive on map number 1, but it's Rise to lock it out. Team 1 take map number 1, 7-1 on Coastline.
You're number 1, my man. It's number 1 call, I have to say. That was a great comeback in the final round, I have to say. That was expertly done. Freeze being lost there at the end. Like how he threw it right into the mute as it got destroyed. But here we are. 8-8-10, and Drin and Guy really doing the work for their entire team. That's pretty huge, actually.
Yeah.
I want to credit this to the fact that maybe they're just not comfortable with coastline.
It looked like, I mean, given their history, they should be comfortable on coast, but you're right, they didn't look comfortable at all on that map, which is troublesome.
It's a bit too hot. You're like, well, I've got to take one layer off.
Yeah, you can see there 6 in a row for Team 1.
I really like this, by the way.
No time control. No plants. That resulted in the timer running out on the diffuser for a successful win. There was one plant down, maybe 2.
They tried to put the plant. There was one plant in the first
Yeah, there was
round,
a successful plant in the first
anyways.
round. And I think in the 4th round as well on the cool bar, the blue bar sunrise bar attack. Yeah, because it was right up on the
Planted and then the
Capitao.
Capitao sprayed into the wall and then found the kill.
Yeah, so.
Okay, so with that said, we're actually going to allow our players here a bit of a break before we head into map number 2. I'll remind you, 7-1 victory here for map 1 we had here for Team 1. And they're going to get ready for map number 2. It's going to be Villa. So we'll see if we go to bank or not. We'll be back in just a few minutes for Relegations Latin America.